Life was changing, you know. My sister moved to another county, got with some dude, and started building her own life. We didn't hang out like we used to, but that's normal. That's just life. My brother, though, he was still with me. I had his back, made sure he ate, but I kept him out of the bigger stuff, the illegal stuff. I remember this one time he walked in and saw the amount of product I had stacked up. I could see it in his eyes, man. He was uncomfortable. It was like something he'd only seen on TV, but now it was real, and he understood the consequences way better than I did. All I saw were dollar signs and the chance to expand, so I respected his decision. I kept him away from the heavy lifting of the operation. Instead, I brought in that friend I knew since I was a kid. Remember him? My old boss's son. Back then, I didn't really know his true colors. It takes time for people to reveal themselves, you know? But that's a story for another time. For now, everything was golden. Rent was paid, bills were paid. Anything that could be paid ahead of time was paid. Man, I was living the life. I was in the back room with my brother one day, just chilling, and on a whim, we decided to start a legitimate business. We formed a company for construction contracts, just for the hell of it. That's how good things were going. My brother, he didn't have to worry about a thing. He was always straight. I started taking on these renovation contracts, hiring my actual dad and my cousin to do the jobs. I'd send them to the sites, then I'd just kick back, collect the money from the homeowners, pay my crew, and repeat the process. It was serious money. Looking back, I guess you could say I was washing money without even realizing it. You gotta remember, I was new to this whole world. Betrayal, backstabbing, the feds. All that stuff was the last thing on my mind. My operation grew fast. I went from slinging a couple of ounces of green to moving 10 plus pounds of it. Strong stuff. I got a reputation for having the best product, the best prices, and most importantly, for treating my clients with respect, but don't get it twisted. I always let it be known not to mess with me. I had to. I kept firearms on me at all times, ready for whatever, just in case. Then things escalated. I got into the snow trade, the white powder. I was still pushing tons of the green, but now I had this new product line. I started small, a couple of ounces here and there, but soon it was quarter keys, half keys, then whole things. The money was insane. I was just about to turn 20. New Year's was coming up. I was on the edge of my 19th year, feeling like I was on top of the world. Around that time, I met someone interesting. Well, he started as a client. His name was Broccoli. He was another hard-working dude, but I didn't know much about him, other than that he was a steady buyer and he loved the powder I had. One day he came by to pick up and he told me he was about to move down to Atlanta. I was like, oh, word, man. Be safe out there. Take care of yourself. I appreciate your business, homie. He said, yeah, I'll be back to visit in a couple of months. I might have a proposal for you. In my head, I was thinking, this guy is geeking. He's probably so high, he doesn't even know what he's talking about. I just played along, you know. Oh yeah, homie, sounds good, this and that. I didn't take him seriously at all. Little did I know, he meant every single word. Little did I know, this conversation was about to pull me deeper and deeper into the trade. My real journey into that world, the thrills, the dangers, the life. It was all just beginning. What he said next would change everything. He looked me dead in the eye and said, down there, the demand is crazy, but the supply is inconsistent. The guys running things are sloppy. A guy like you who runs a tight ship, you could take over. I'm not talking about visiting. I'm talking about a partnership. We can build an empire. I just stared at him, the way he said it. It wasn't just talk. He was serious. He explained the logistics, the contacts he had, the distribution network he could set up. It was a whole business plan, laid out right there in my living room. He saw something in me, something beyond just a street-level dealer. He saw an executive. My mind was racing. Atlanta, that was a whole different league. This wasn't just expanding. This was going national. The risk was 10 times higher, but the reward was astronomical. It was the kind of move that makes legends or gets you a life sentence. I thought about my brother, my family, the comfortable life I'd built. Was I ready to risk it all for a shot at the big time? The temptation was overwhelming. It was the ultimate gamble. Every instinct I had, every lesson I learned on the streets was screaming at me. But what they were screaming, I wasn't sure. Was it a warning or was it a green light? This was the crossroads. The moment where you decide if you are content being a king in your small pond or if you are going to try and become an emperor of the ocean. My heart was pounding. The air in the room felt thick, heavy with the weight of the decision. I looked at Broccoli, then at the product on my table, and I knew my life was never going to be the same again. The next chapter was about to be written, and it was going to be a thriller. Stay tuned because you won't believe what happens next. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss it. Peace.